And hello and welcome. It is December 10th here, one of the last visits of the year. Not the last visit of the year, but one of them. As you can see, the light is already pretty much starting to go, so this very much is a quick visit here. Having done all that work that we did a couple of weeks ago, there's only been a small amount of maintenance since then. We've been a bit lucky with the rain, but it's going to be a dry few days here, at least as predicted. So we're just trying to make sure we go through and get everything caught up as we can. As you see, of course, the roses, having been cut back, are relatively quiescent. We're going to give them a little bit of water. The Society garlic is kind of on its last legs for the summer, or at least the growing season. Long ago from summer now, but give them a little extra here. The artichokes here, as you can see, we have two new ones that have been put in to replace the old ones, and then the old one over there is starting to come back, so we're sort of getting that going right here. And in the meantime over here, the work was done to put in some of the winter crops. As you can see, we do still have Malabar spinach is kind of on its last legs over here, but these guys are sort of going, so we'll have a little something there. Some weeds we'll try and remove there. Marigolds over here, just sort of ticking along, and again, some weeds to remove. Some empty beds right here, only a couple of weeds to remove. What the really key thing is all the new stuff that we have planted here. Looks like some of the signs we had up as to what we planted have been slightly gone. Let me see here. What was this? So the spinach is over here, and it looks like we do have a little bit of sprouting going down there. Over here were the leeks that we planted, and over here are where the tulips went. So we're waiting to see as the day come through. There's sort of not much coming out. I see one over here, however, that may be coming along, so that may be the first sign of what's to come. So we'll keep an eye on those. Over here we have some of the mustard that was planted, a little sprouting here and there. And over here are the beets, and so we'll see how those come along here. So we've got that in place, sort of bad view there. And then finally over here, the last of the winter crops that we've got going. And let's see, what we have here are, this would be the lettuce, unless I'm terribly mistaken, so we'll see how this comes. So there's not going to be much doing here, just sort of give things a bit of a general wetting. Even though it's been a moist and cool past few days, there was a really heavy fog this morning. It's actually supposed to be much more hotter and drier. It's not necessarily going to be hot, although they are thinking it might get as high as the late 70s and maybe even high 70s, I should say, and maybe even low 80s. So, pretty warm indeed. Good sort of LA area, Orange County area winter, if you ask me. So we'll see how that all goes. So with that all said, get to doing some watering here, just sort of a quick shot in, take some photos as we go, do a little bit of weed maintenance, and otherwise we'll see where things are. So hope to be here next week to do another sort of right after work, quick smash and grab sort of thing here, just getting everything ready. But in the meantime, the garden continues as it does. Hope any winter gardening you're doing goes very well, and I'll talk to you all soon. Talk to you then. Bye.